Eroded walls, ceilings and floors, neglected equipment, and deteriorating fire trucks. This morning on GMK, the windfall that could be coming to Louisville Fire for a laundry list of repairs and the final hurdle to clear.
Plus, Metro Police are looking for 3 men who they say robbed mail carriers at gunpoint in broad daylight. The newly released video of one of the suspects, what they took, and why that opens the door to more serious crimes. So at 6 o'clock here on your Friday, we are happy to report clear skies over Kentuckiana as you wake up. However,
it's blisteringly cold. It is
very cold.
so freezing. A lot of us are in the teens and low 20s this morning.
Yeah. And Mallory's here to share in the joy of it.
Bringing all the good news. I actually do have some good news, though. Better weather is on the way just in time for the weekend. So
Perfect.
Those 40s and 50s returning. We have a lot of holiday activities going on around Kentuckiana this weekend, and that weather should be nicer after today, because yes, we are waking up to temperatures in the teens. It's actually 9 degrees in Lanesville this morning, 19 in downtown Louisville, 16 in PRP Valley Station, Iroquois Park, 15 degrees in Fern Creek. These are your actual air temperatures. So yesterday we had some brutal wind chills. Today we're not dealing with the wind so much. The actual air temperatures are just very cold. And in comparison to this time 24 hours ago, your actual air temperatures are running about 9 to 25 degrees colder across the state of Kentucky. As I mentioned, thankfully, winds are a lot lighter. We are not dealing with those wind gusts between 20 to 30 plus miles per hour that we had yesterday. So that's going to help out with our wind chills today. We are expecting mostly sunny skies, highs climbing above freezing, low to mid 30s expected all across Kentuckiana. So still running about 15 degrees cooler than normal for this time of year. But as I mentioned, warmer weather is on the way for the weekend. That's ahead of our next rain chance by Sunday night. We'll be talking much more about that coming up in our 7-day forecast. But let's turn now to traffic this morning. The current time is 6:01. We're taking a 4-panel look out to the roads this morning. 71 near the Snyder. Just looks like there's a stalled semi on the shoulder there. Watterson at Taylorsville Road flowing smoothly. 64 at Hurstbourne also looking good. And the Gene Snyder at New Cut Road. A few more cars on the road this morning compared to about an hour ago, but lots of green on the map, which we like to see. I'll let you know if that changes.
Right, Mallory, thank you. This morning, the Louisville Fire Department is one step closer to getting funds for some desperately needed repairs.
Metro Council says it's ready to sign a check for millions of dollars to get it done. WHAS11's Alexandra Goldberg and photojournalist Aspen Hester have details from last night's meeting.
Louisville firefighters in seat after seat showing solidarity at the Louisville Metro Council.
Frankly, our fleet is in such bad shape that it's going to contribute to the injury or worse on behalf of a firefighter.
These photos are some of the over 150 examples of fire truck and firehouse deterioration presented to Metro Council.
Chair, you have 7 yes votes.
The Louisville Fire Department became one step closer to getting $6 million to fix it.
We are significantly behind in our apparatus replacement schedule, as well as some of our facilities, and this is going to give us a big chunk of money to move down that road.
Louisville Fire Chief Brian O'Neill says they'll buy 3 fire trucks and have over $1 million to repair fire stations across the metro.
We have 7 stations that are over 100 years old. There's a lot of tradition in that, there's a lot of history in that, but also our firefighters have to live there for 1/3 of their lives, and we need them to be functioning.
The money is coming from a $16.5 million budget surplus in the city. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg wants 37% of that for Louisville Fire, but it was up to the Budget Committee to approve that recommendation, and they got it.
We appreciate all that you do, and we're happy to be able to help you move forward with some of the issues that you have as well.
Now, the full council has to give its final approval next Thursday. They say the fight for funds is never over, but a rubber stamp on $6 million is a step in the right direction. In Louisville, Alexandra Goldberg, WHAS11 on your side.
Louisville Fire Chief Brian O'Neill says the department is the 3rd oldest in the nation, with 9 trucks that are more than 20 years old. The National Fire Protection Association says trucks shouldn't be in use for more than 15 years.
We've got some new video showing a U.S. postal worker being robbed at gunpoint here in Louisville. It was one of 3 robberies that happened last week, actually all in the same day. Now, this video was released by postal inspectors on Crittenden Drive. It's from November the 26th. It shows the suspect getting out of a white Audi, holding the postal worker at gunpoint and then demanding their keys. Now, investigators say the plates on that car were stolen. As I mentioned, there were a total of 3 similar robberies that day. Keys were taken in all 3. The postal inspector warns that this could lead to more crimes.
Still mail for, one is checks, but also there can be U.S. currency and maybe debit or gift cards that they're obtaining at the same time.
A $150,000 reward is being offered for the 3 suspects in the case. Anyone with information can call the number on your screen. It's 1-877-876-2455. That's the number to the U.S. Postal Inspection Service.
Jeffersonville police now say the suspect in a recent homicide knew the victim. 55-year-old William Davis was arrested Wednesday for the murder of 45-year-old James Truman. On November 23rd, police were called to a home on Indiana Avenue close to Big Force Station. That's where they found Truman dead inside. Jeffersonville police tell us through their investigation they found multiple pieces of evidence connecting Davis to the scene. It's also helped them determine the relationship between the two men.
It's important to emphasize that the relationship between Mr. Truman and Mr. Davis was surrounded by criminal activity. The reason I want to highlight this fact is to provide reassurance to our community that this was not just a random act of violence.
Davis is charged with murder and theft. And in another homicide case in Jeffersonville, police are now looking for the suspect and his girlfriend. On November 21st, police say 19-year-old Anthony White shot a man on Copp Avenue. He hasn't been seen since, and police say his girlfriend, Andrea Peoples, is missing too. Her mother reported her missing 4 days ago, saying she was last seen with White. Police don't believe either of them are in Jeffersonville. They also said it was not a random shooting and there's no danger to the public. If you know anything about the case, call Jeffersonville Police at 812-218-TIPS.
JCPS says it will continue with its weapons detection system even as its supplier faces a lawsuit from the Federal Trade Commission.
In a filing last week, the FTC said Evolv's scanners have failed to detect weapons in schools in several cases. The lawsuit specifically points to an instance in 2022 where a 7-inch knife made it through scanners at a school in New York.
The lawsuit says the knife was later used to stab a student, which prompted school officials to increase the sensitivity of the system. Well, that change caused an increase in false alarms. In a statement, JCPS said, "We have seen a decrease in guns found in our schools since implementing these devices." Evolve has not admitted to any wrongdoing, but said it has resolved the suit with the FTC.
And Churchill Downs Incorporated is suing the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority. The federal lawsuit filed Wednesday argues that HISA's method of assessing fees is illegal and unfair. Fees were originally based on race starts at tracks, but now include a percentage of race purses. According to the lawsuit, Churchill owes almost $2 million, and if left unpaid, HISA could force racing to stop. HISA relies on the fees to fund its operations. In a statement, the organization said it vows to aggressively defend itself.
6:07. We're talking about some frigid temperatures out there.
Yes, we are. Temperatures are in the teens this morning, so you don't need me to tell you to bundle up as you head out the door. The good news is we do have some milder weather on the way by the weekend. Highs returning to the 40s and the 50s as well. Your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Valerie, thank you. Up next, the